Calling himself Undisputed World Champion is fantasy.
Oh! Taylor scores the knockdown!
This is a fight game. What do I have to lose?
Okay, we'll see.
Oh, Josh Taylor's got him with a right.
Why you go out there with your Scottish dress?
You're a piece of
I'm not a piece of I am the
And there it is! Teofimo Lopez!
Hey, you're going to feel the wrath, boy. Trust me. You're going to feel it.
Oh, man. I can't wait, man. I'm going to f this guy up, man. I can't wait. This is going to be fun.
Hey, Gareth, this is Karan Bhatia in Fort Lauderdale. How are you, sir?
I'm very well. I've just stepped into Rotunda ABC Gym in Liverpool. Josh Taylor's here. You got the man there?
I have the man, Teofimo Lopez, the Takeover. He's here. He's ready. I'm really pumped to talk to these guys because there's a lot of bad blood, and these are also spectacular fighters. We've seen what they can do. We've seen what they can do in the ring.
Let's rock and roll.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we're ready to roll. You're looking great shape already, Josh.
I'm always in shape.
Ready for
Always.
June the 10th,
Oh,
Madison
can't wait.
Square Garden?
Can't come quick enough, Gareth. Can't come quick enough, mate.
Okay, we're rolling. Quiet in the set, please.
Well, let's say, first of all, it's great to have the two teams here. What a phenomenal fight.
So let me just start it off, and then I'm going to ask Teo a question. So as much as there are differences between you guys, there are a lot of similarities. When you look at your record, 18-1, 13 knockouts. He's 19-0, 13 knockouts. That's very similar. You're both in your prime. You've both tasted undisputed. In your mind, are there any similarities between you and Josh Taylor?
No, he hasn't. There's only one undisputed champ.
Oh, man. No, so to answer your question, no, really, I don't think there's any similarities. The only thing that I think that we have in common is that it's two undisputed champions going at it, head on June 10th. So I'm looking forward to that. And remaking history like I did against Lomachenko, I'm going to do it against Josh Taylor.
Calling himself the Undisputed World Champion is fantasy. It's one thing that he'll never have is an undisputed champion crown. He needs to stop calling himself that. Fantasy.
And they must change the rules with the WBC because that's super champion. Last time I checked.
It's a Mickey Mouse belt, mate.
You gotta know your,
you should have been.
my man. You gotta know your stuff.
You should have been, but you weren't.
I shouldn't be. But see, he confirmed that I am. So, it's just all about perception of self.
I said you should have been, but you weren't. Fact or fact.
It's all good. It's all good, man.
So, Teo, well, let's get your thoughts in a technical sense. I know you said Josh Taylor's going to have a plan A. When that fails, that's when you're going to take advantage, right? So what is the game plan in this fight?
No, there's no plan A, plan B. No. The way we work is just adapting. All the technical parts of Taylor, he has the accolades. You got to respect that. Very true. Very true. And that's why I've been working hard and busting my butt. I like to go after these challenges. Look, all these other fighters out there right now, they're not facing no one like Taylor. They're fighting come-ups. They're fighting things to build their records. I'm someone that's old school. Blood, sweat, and tears. Sugar Ray Robinson. That's really what it comes to.
What mistakes do you see in Josh Taylor when you watch him fight?
There's a lot. There's a lot of mistakes. I mean, hey, all the fighters he has faced, a lot of them are just very easy to manipulate on and adapt to. So there's a style that he knows, that he works on, that he does, that has worked for him for a long time. And even if they was to change it right now, it's too late because when you go in the ring, he's going to go right back to that main base.
Josh, now obviously you're southpaw naturally. Teo's an orthodox stance fighter. Do you think that will play into the fight plan?
I don't think so. I just think that there's two styles that we've got. It's going to be the makings of an absolute barnstormer of a fight, all fireworks. And unfortunately, I've got the bigger guns, and he does everything the same. Still makes the same mistakes he does when he was an amateur. Very amateurish style. Yes, I give him credit. He beat Lomachenko, but in my opinion, Lomachenko's a featherweight. With one arm, I'm a fully fledged light welterweight, and when he comes up against me, he comes up stuck and goes out on his back on a stretcher.
A stretcher.
So let me ask you this. We're talking about similarities, and you mentioned southpaw. Teo, in your last fight, you took on a southpaw in Sandor Martin.
Yep. Oh, Martin, that is being scored a knockdown.
Very limited work by Martin, but he scores the knockdown with the southpaw right hook.
Both Teofimo and Josh Taylor didn't necessarily have their best performances in their last fight. Josh Taylor against Jack Catterall Josh, you were knocked down, but you did get the split decision victory.
And still undisputed super lightweight champion of the world.
Teo, in your last fight, you were technically knocked down. You got the split decision victory. Now, there was a mic moment after the fight, and a camera was on you, and we heard you say, "Do I still got it?"
Bro, do I still have it?
You do, man.
Do I still got it?
So what did you mean when you said, "Do I still got it"?
Yeah, I'm someone that's media trained. There's red cameras when you see it, right? The red light and stuff. I know everybody's just watching me, so it's always more to talk about. It got boring to the point where, after I beat Lomachenko, everyone is just like, no one wanted to face me. So I got to spice it up a little bit, yeah. So do I still got it? Yeah. So it's all about just on June 10th, man. I'm really focused on the fight. We've been calling Josh Taylor for some time. That's who I am. I go after the guys that are supposedly the kingpin or the best at the division, and Josh Taylor is that guy. So, he beat Jack Catterall no matter what. His hand was raised, not Catterall, so he's still undefeated. And in my eyes, he's still the undisputed guy at 140. That's why he carries the Ring Magazine. He didn't lose those belts, he just relinquished them. Something I should have done at 35, but, everybody changes, everybody learns from their mistakes, and you just grow from them. It's experience.
Let me ask Josh a question real quick. Josh, we know you've had a great career at 140 pounds. You had the spectacular win against Ramirez. And I know after that fight, when you were preparing for Catterall, you did struggle a little bit to make weight. You did finally make the weight, but I know you've talked about eventually even moving up to 147. This fight on June 10th is at 140. So how are you doing in terms of the weight cut for this fight?
I'm great. I'm well ahead of schedule. Listen, after that fight in Vegas, I went out, enjoyed life, celebrated the win, creating history, someone that no one's ever done in the UK. The 5th fighter ever only become the undisputed world champion in history in the 4-belt era. I went out, I wanted to enjoy that. Did it a little bit too much. Got back into camp, took Catterall lightly, took my foot off the gas, bit of complacency crept in. We're all human. That's the mistakes that I made, and that's the price I ended up paying for it. Was end up looking terrible on the scales and putting a bad performance. When you live and you learn, don't you? So I'll not be making these mistakes again. I've did that once in my whole career, in my whole 15-year career, and I'll not be doing that again.
We know what happened in the Catterall fight. Josh, you've now changed trainers, no longer with Ben Davison. You're now with Joe McNally, who we see sitting next to you. Josh, why did you decide to make a change at trainer?
Because I needed a change. The trainer wasn't right for me. It wasn't right for me. It wasn't working for me. I need to do what I do for myself and do what I do best.
The thing is, it's not the trainer's fault. It's yours. It's not the trainer's fault. You go and switch another trainer, and then you have to adapt. You're going to still fight the same that you probably fought with Catterall. Doesn't change. Doesn't change. That shows weakness. That's how I see it. Whether he's your new trainer or not, it's just the facts, mate.
Teo, let me ask you. You must have seen some clips or criticism of Josh Taylor's last fight, and he hasn't been out for a year. Do you think that makes a difference?
Doesn't matter, I mean, it really doesn't matter what makes a difference, whether he's been out for a year or not. He tells himself who he is, and every day he goes there and he looks himself in the mirror probably and says, I'm this Scottish, giant guy, and I'm going to beat Teofimo and put him on a stretcher.
Scottish-Italian guy? Well, that doesn't even make sense.
That's a Scottish, But, hey, really it just comes to all those things. I can't necessarily speak upon what he's going to do until we get there in the ring. So, everything else is just noise.
You mentioned weight classes there, and Josh Taylor has campaigned at 140 for most of his career, if not all of his career. You were at lightweight. You're moving up now. This is your 3rd fight at 140 pounds. So let's bring in LaRon Turner, strength and conditioning coach of Teo. How is Teo handling this 140 pounds?
Oh, he's handling it really well, man. He's putting on size, but he's cutting down at the same time. It's pretty crazy. His body can adapt to anything I give him, whether it's circuit training, whether it's running, long distances, weight training. He's adapting to it all. It's amazing seeing him work really hard every single day.
Teo's getting it. Yeah.
Josh, we know that in the lead up to this fight, you've said that Teofimo is mentally fragile. You said you're going to decapitate him, right? So why do you feel that way?
Just with the things he says, the things he does. He's mentally weak. He's a mouse. And he's already got the doubts in his mind. And I'm going to cement him, and I'm going to put this guy into retirement after I've given him that much of a beating and a schooling.
A mouse or a moose? Which one is it?
A mouse.
A mouse? Yeah, I love that.
A moose is mighty.
I love that saying, mate.
You're a mouse.
Thank you for the compliment. Oh, man. I can't wait, man. I'm going to f this guy up, man. I can't wait. This is going to be fun.
You've got asthma. Your lungs are going to be on fire. Trust me. I'm going to make you work that hard. Your heart and lungs are going to be exploding.
What do I have to lose? What do I have to lose? I'm Teofimo, against all odds. The guy that comes in there when everyone thinks that he's done. I give you guys what you want, but I'm not going to give you guys what you need until June 10th.
Let's just get back to the sport of boxing for a moment.
No, that is boxing, though. What are you talking about, mate? That is boxing. Boxing is what it was.
Clown.
Hey, don't shake yourself, man.
This guy's a piece of
Don't shake yourself.
You're a piece of
I'm not just a piece. I'm all of it.
Yeah, you are. Piece of big, massive bit of
While you go out there with your Scottish dress and you look like, oh, let me know.
Yeah, you're going to feel the wrath, boy. Trust me. You're going to feel it.
That's all rubbish, mate.
You're known as the Tartan Tornado. You're a very proud Scotsman, aren't you?
Yeah.
Does that play a part in your
Absolutely.
standing?
Absolutely. That's part of my makeup. I am a very proud fighting Scotsman. And I'm very proud of putting my country on the map. The first undisputed world champion since Ken Buchanan, who just recently passed away. So that's one thing I'm very proud of putting my country on the map, representing Scotland.
And you like to walk into the bagpipes,
Absolutely.
don't you?
Absolutely. Scottish warrior. Absolutely.
You're both phenomenal fighters. It's in you. But I wanted to ask Joe, because we haven't heard from Joe yet, about the technical things that you're working on with Josh for the style of Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah, well, you know, Gareth, it's... I've known Teo for a long time, representing Honduras in the Olympics and a few fights before that. And, you know, we caught my eye back then. You know, we still see the professional now as the kid he was back then, doing the same things. He's developed, he's come on, he's won a lot, and, you know, we've utilised a lot of stuff we can capitalise on, and likewise be careful also, because he's a dangerous fighter, and the respect to be shown in the gym. Josh is shown them respect, and he's in fantastic condition, as you can see, and, you know, he'll be ready come the 10th of June.
Is it going to be a very technical fight early on?
It's going to be any fight what Josh wants to play. Josh wants to fight in the pocket if he wants to box. He's not the undisputed champion for nothing, and look, Teo will be dancing to Josh Taylor's tune on the 10th, and truly believe that.
It's going to be a great fight. This is a hell of a fight, and this is the fight of the century, not that Garcia and Davis fight. This is the true kingpin of it all. It's the 100th year of the Ring Magazine, the Rocky Belt. Can't wait. Yeah, I'm excited.
He's right. It's a big fight. It's a big fight. It's a great fight. It's a huge fight. And it's one that's huge both sides of the pond, here and over there. So it's got the people talking. So it's a big fight, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, is this a must-win fight for you, Josh, in lots of ways? Is it a must-win fight for him?
Every fight's a must-win fight. Every fight's a must-win fight. If this fight goes wrong, or I get the wrong decision, then it's back to the drawing board for me. And my plans that I've got to become 2-weight world champion go way back. So, yes, every fight is a must-win fight. I've got plans and ambitions that I want to do. I'm become a 2-weight world champion. Hell, two-weight undisputed world champion, something that nobody's in the sport's ever done. That's the kind of goals that I've got. So every fight is a must-win fight.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the new lightweight champion of the world, George Kambosos.
Teo, can I ask you, Josh hasn't lost yet. How is a boxer affected after that loss? What do you have to go through to come back?
See, that's the thing. That's probably why he calls me a mouse, because I don't believe I lost that fight neither, man. The referee raised my hand before they called it for Kambosos. I know how it works. I know the ones and twos. To me, it's not really a loss. It's just lessons. You learn how to maneuver after that. See, he doesn't know what defeat tastes like yet. I've lost 21 times in my whole career, and I'm still going. And people call me a legend. People call me the greatest. And it's because of those reasons. We never stop.
Who calls you the
Keep moving
greatest?
forward.
You. You call yourself the greatest?
I'm the double greatest, not the greatest. The greatest is Muhammad Ali, but I'm the double greatest.
Okay. All right.
Look, technically with Taylor, you know, good fundamentals. He tries to keep his distance, catches his range. You know, he baits. There's a lot of things, man. I could really execute on those things that I understand from my own experience. And this is what it is. If you say you're the greatest, you got to prove it, right? So fight the best guys in the game. And that's what I'm doing. We've asked for Josh Taylor for a long time, and we've worked our way. It's not something that we were asking as let it be given. You know, Josh Taylor is the best guy that everyone wants. I'm here stepping on there with only 3 fights. This is my 3rd fight, technically at 140. A lot of you guys don't even know your research about Teofimo, that I fought at 40 before. You guys don't know about Teofimo, and I'm thankful for it because it's perfect. It's really perfect. This is technically my 4th fight at 140.
Teo, are you showing respect for Josh there by the things you're saying about him?
I'm just speaking on his accolades. I'm not showing respect on that part. I'm just speaking the facts. Facts is not respect. The hell? Why do I got to respect this? What is there to respect?
Well, he was the undisputed champion. He won the Super Series.
And I was the undisputed champion at 135, and y'all took that away from me. Who gives a fly? Y'all scared of Teofimo at 25. I'm young. I haven't even hit my prime yet. I'm just getting warmed up.
You ain't going to have a prime after this fight.
Oh, yeah, you know what? You're right. They're going to call me a greatest and the youngest active Hall of Famer at 25. That's more than prime.
You'll be retired.
That's more than prime.
I'm going to put you in retirement, early retirement.
You're at the end of your road, and your trainer knows it, but he's got to motivate you mentally to get there. That's all. Carry the man. Carry that dead weight.
I don't need no mental motivation. Trust me.
Just carry that dead weight, you fat. Carry it.
I've got a mental fortitude.
Carry it, man.
I'm a mental fort. You're a mouse.
Thank you.
I'm unbreakable mentally. I'm unbreakable mentally.
I'm only warming up.
That's the one that's going to make us win.
All right.
How important is your father in your corner?
Oh, my father's everything, man. The dynamic duo, you know. I like to keep him reserved right now, you know, for my own reasons. This is not a backup guy here next to me. This is a team sport. So that's really what it is. My father is everything. A lot of people want to bring other trainers involved. I've had assistant coaches, but they don't know about boxing to the point that my father does. And that's why it's just me and him going into this fight. Don't want nobody, don't need nobody coming in that. My father's a very, very intelligent man in the game. Very. I mean, I know my in boxing, and he still surprises me daily. Daily.
Josh, we know that you've had success when you've come over to America in the past. Do you feel like coming to New York? Is this enemy territory?
Nah, boxing ring's a boxing ring. I'm excited for coming to New York. It's the mecca of boxing, Madison Square Garden. I'm fighting in the arena where 99% of boxers who turn professional and dream of becoming world champion want to fight in New York City in Madison Square Garden. I'm one of the very few that's doing it. So, nah, it's not enemy territory. This is a dream come true, fighting in a venue like this.
Teo, you're proudly representing Brooklyn, New York. On June 10th, what do you think it's going to be like in Madison Square Garden? What are the fans going to be like?
Oh, man, it's a whole, always, every time you fight at the Mecca, it's just a different energy. And that's what gets me going, you know, that's really what it is. So when it comes to the Mecca, you just got to be there to actually feel the experience. That's where legends are born, you know, and that night I'm just going to have fun. That's what I missed, you know. I wasn't having fun. The Martin fight, I was taking it too serious, you know what I'm saying? We just got to have fun.
You weren't having fun in recent fights. You're having fun again now.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, I'm not in Vegas. I'm not doing camp in any of those sorts, sucking me dry. You know, I got to live a little bit. You know, I'm young. I'm 25. I'm having fun. And that's what was the takeover, you know. Back to back, 2017, 2018, Prospect of the Years, 2019. We won the World Championship in Mecca.
Anything is possible!
So it's just all those things.
In terms of official predictions, Josh, I know you've said you're going to knock him out in rounds 6 through 8. You're going to retire this man. So let me ask you this. Why do you feel that way?
Because I'm the best. And this guy's so mentally insecure. I'm going to cement all his insecurities that he's got, and he's going to be retired.
Teo, when you hear Josh Taylor say he's going to knock you out in the middle rounds, he's going to retire you, what is your response?
Oh, the only best response. Everyone got a plan until they get punched in the face. Mike Tyson.
You're not Mike Tyson. You ain't no Mike Tyson. Trust me.
I don't want to be. I'm Teofimo, the one and only. The man, the myth, the legend. That's it.
But I got to poke you, Josh, for a minute and just say, when you say, just call you out on this, you don't watch him.
No, really not.
It's hard to believe that.
I do and focus on myself. Yeah. I watch his fights when they're live, when they've been live.
Okay.
I've watched his fights. I've seen enough of him. I've seen how much mistakes he makes fundamentally. He's never changed. He's never changed.
Wait, didn't you say you didn't watch none of my film?
Says I saw you when you're live. I watch your fights when you're live. Like yourself, I'm a boxing fan.
But then he said he didn't watch none of my fight live.
So when you're live, I watch your fights. I don't study this guy.
Not the Martin either.
I've saw enough of him. He's not in my league, and I'm going to knock him out, and that's it.
Contradicting yourself there, buddy.
You got a final message, Teo, for Josh or all of us?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Hey, listen, for everybody tuning in. Listen, thank you guys, to all my fans, to all my friends, and to all the children out there that are seeing this and really want to become something in the sport. You know, this is what it takes. Not just a trash talk, but backing it up and putting everything on your back and carrying it with not pride, but with humility and with grace.
You're talking about humility and grace?
Well, yeah, it's how you carry it.
This guy just talks so much. It's unbelievable.
Well, this is a fight game.
You're a clown, you
I'm
are.
outside the ring right now, mate. I'm outside the ring. There's a whole nother guy. You got to be, like Kobe actually says. He says, are you the same beast, but a different animal?
You're so stupid, mate. It's unbelievable.
Right now, you're seeing a different animal right now. So, you know, it's just those things. I don't really need to talk to you. I'm talking to my people at the moment. And para la raza, para toda mi gente, latino, público, mira, Latinoamérica, estamos aquí para pelear con este y vamos a ganar esta pelea. It's just really what it is, man.
Sí, estamos entendiendo, Teo, en español, claro. But in English again, can you take his fans by beating him?
I think I've already got his fans, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, you know, so for everybody, you know, I'm grateful for this opportunity. This is what we do. This is how we do it. This is why we call ourselves the Takeover. And this fight right here will solidify as in the worldwide Takeover.
Hey, I've had enough of this guy.
June 10th, ESPN. Get your tickets now.
Hey, I've had enough of listening to you, waffling on. A lot of I'm off ski. See you on June 10th.
This man's on his way out, you know, 30-something years old. You know, he's got to leave. He's got to leave. All good. Hey, but we stay.
We're going to have to say goodbye for now. Thanks very much for your time over there. We cannot wait for June the 10th. We cannot wait for this fight. It really is set up to be absolutely spectacular.
I've been spending too much time in New York. Yeah, I got something in my shorts for you.
Let's get this party started. This is boxing. This is Top Rank.
This is a fight game. What do I have to lose?
Okay, we'll see.
Why you go out there with your Scottish dress?
You're a piece of
I'm not a piece of shit. I am the
Hey, you're going to feel the wrath, boy. Trust me.
I can't wait, man. I'm gonna this guy up, man. I can't wait. This is gonna be fun.
Get out of here. Get out of here, you schnuck. Yeah, I've been spending too much time in New York. Yeah, I got something in my shorts for you. How's the accent? It's not too bad, is it? It's not too bad. It's not great, but it's not too bad. Get out of here. Get the f*** out of here. I'm walking here.
We are doing a media op with boxer Josh Taylor.
Two Glasgow kiss for me. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I was just looking at the details coming past, and we've got little models of people, the shadows, people in the offices and the windows, and that's pretty cool, the detail in it. All the best.
86th floor, 1,050 feet.
Are you a boxing fan?
Yes, I am actually.
You're quite close to the edge there, and happy to be up there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I should get myself a parachute and chuck myself off. A bit of base jumping or something.
I mean, if you include Teofimo Lopez, his last 8 opponents are 180 wins against 2 losses. I mean, he's still a premier attraction, and it's a great fight between 2 elite boxers. You know, what is not to like? I mean, let's see how later in the week goes with the press conference and the face-to-face and stuff like that. But yeah, he's still one of the best fighters in the world. He's a concrete jungle where dreams are made of, and on Saturday night, Josh will be hoping all these dreams come true.
Take some of that, you schmuck.
This is the 103rd floor. It's a VIP floor at the Empire State Building. It's the highest open-air observation deck in the Western Hemisphere, and only VIPs are allowed up here, so the general public does not come up here, just celebrities will visit.
Have you ever had a tornado up here?
Great question. No, we have not.
Well, one's just turned up.
Yeah.
There you go. Andy, did you enjoy it?
No, that's me done. Wait, look over the edge if you get a chance.
Top of the world. What a view. And on Saturday, still be on top of the world. Team Taylor, come on. No, I'm absolutely loving it up here. You know, it's what a view. When you ever going to get the chance to be on top of the world, literally on top of the world, in one of the most iconic venues in the world, and have a view like this. Yeah, I wish I could get my wee parachute and do a base jump and be back in my hotel room right there. It's 20 seconds. I've always wanted to do a skydive, and I got to do it in Dubai, and obviously I was just the missus, so we went and done it, and I was like, oh, I'm not want to do it myself, you know, I want to do it with somebody to talk to and share it with, and she kind of went, oh, she said, oh, come on, and she come on, and she was absolutely quite funny. She never spoke a word for a couple of hours, but after it she loved it.
And I thought I was going to be like scared, but I'm not, because it's like an illusion. It doesn't even look real, but wow, amazing.
What do you think of Josh? He has no fear. He says he's ready to put a parachute on and jump off.
I'm not surprised. This is someone who goes on bikes, who jumps and does bungee jumps and all the crazy stuff in the world, so I'm not surprised at all.
Lopez! That's coming for you!
We are waiting here for the takeover, Teofimo Lopez, former undisputed world champion. He has a big fight coming up with Josh Taylor, you know, fighting back home in New York. Both guys have something to prove on this fight.
It's fight week. Oh my god.
I feel like I'm in a movie right now. It don't feel real.
Don't feel real?
It don't feel real right now, nah.
I can't believe I'm actually fighting this week. Yeah. Taking this easy, baby. You already know. Takeovers is the fact. Teofimo Lopez Saturday right here, baby. No man.
Yeah, that's the one.
We don't get mad. No mad.
Yeah, it's time.
Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Got Mark Peter on the place.
It's a big fight for Sander because last year he was supposed to debut on his first Puerto Rican Day Parade fight. Unfortunately, he couldn't do it. He got sick, got to pull out of the fight last minute. But this time around, he's coming very excited and trying to plant the Puerto Rican flag on the MSG once again. And we're gonna head over later today to the Madison Square Garden to do the ring walk.
Fly cars, pretty women, city living. Ain't no better place, man. Who you kidding? New York, so many beautiful smiles and faces. It ain't all glamour and glitz though. Some dudes running around with open cases.
I feel amazing. I feel like it's an opportunity, it's a dream come true. Something that I always dreamed of. And now I got the opportunity. I'm gonna put on a show Saturday night. And I'm gonna represent Puerto Rico like I always do. We're going to Madison Square Garden. We're gonna do a little bit of a pre-recording for my walkout.
And also, he's like carrying his.
He's carrying his bag, and then I think when we get to the locker room or something like that, he's gonna pull out the uniform, but that's it. So we're gonna do it as realistic as possible.
It means a lot. It means a lot to me and to the Puerto Rican community. Obviously, it's the Puerto Rican weekend parade, and it's my first time, so I'm excited for this one. And I know the atmosphere is going to be electric that night.
Shot right there. Good work from the Tartan Tornado. A fiercely determined Scottish sensation.
19-0 with 13 knockouts.
Taylor hurt him with that shot. Oh! Uppercut puts him down. That was a massive shot. Josh, the Tartan Tornado, Taylor!
I had a little bit of time to relax, a little bit for once, enjoy a little bit of home life, with my friends and my family. Recently bought a new house, got to go out with my motorbikes and stuff and live a little bit of normal life for a little while, but that was short-lived. I was always in the gym training and ticking over and developing, so for me, I've not really had much time off. I've always been living as normal. I was in the gym and making sure I'm getting better every day. I'm in the prime of my life, my career, and it's been kind of stalled a little bit. You know, it's been the most inactive I've been as a fighter since I was about 15, 16 years old. I've been able to have time to change my team, my trainers, my coaches, my management, and get things right that wasn't working in the past. I'm based up in Liverpool now. I've recently moved new coaches and new team, and my new coach Joe McNally and Declan. And yeah, we're flying. All the guys are really good. I feel like I've known them for years. I've made a really good choice there. I think as well as a good coach, I've made a good friend as well. Joe's a great guy. It reminds me a lot of myself, an older, wiser version of myself, you know. But there is that authority sort of line there that where he's the boss, and that's what I needed, you know. He's the boss in the gym. What I think of Joe is he takes what I've got and uses it and works with what I've got, but he also improves on little things that, you know, I could work on. I think we've really hit the ground running in terms of, you know, personalities and the way we look at boxing, the way we like to fight, the way we like to sort of train. We're just really matched up really well. For me, I just needed a change to refreshen things up and get the love back for boxing, which I have now, you know. So yeah, everything's good. I'm back on track and looking forward to this next phase of my career. I had a well below under par performance the last time.
Josh Taylor by split decision, as razor thin as it can get.
I still come away with the win, but I come under some heavy criticism from the critics and stuff.
He's taking advantage of Taylor being over-anxious, the very thing that Josh Taylor said he didn't want to do tonight. That Catterall should be hitting Josh Taylor with the same punch over and over and over.
So there's still a little bit of frustration and stuff there to prove a point that I am still the best in the world in my division, and I believe I can beat anyone in and around my weight categories.
I'm the champ! Who's the man? I'm the man! Yes!
I've only had 19 fights, you know. I've become undisputed world champion in 18 fights. It goes to show the calibre of opponents that I've been in with and the level I've been boxing at for the inexperience as a professional.
Taylor's a sensational athlete. Oh! And opening up this sixth round, Josh Taylor scores the knockdown!
Yeah, there's a little bit of a point to prove this next one going in, and I look forward to putting on a good show.
Undisputed junior welterweight.
When you become undisputed, it becomes almost impossible to keep a hold of all the belts. A lot of it is boxing politics. Obviously, my last fight wasn't great, so I was due to do the rematch. But before we got the match made, there was mandatories coming around. You have to fight this guy, you have to fight that guy. And that wasn't the fight that I was wanting to do. I was wanting to do the rematch, and I picked up an injury. And then while I was injured, the WBO come in and mandated me to fight Teofimo Lopez. So therefore, here we are now.
The announcement was made official tonight that we will have the Junior Welterweight World Championship on ESPN June 10th from Madison Square Garden. Josh Taylor against Teofimo Lopez.
Every cloud has a silver lining. I think this fight is a bigger fight than the rematch with Catterall. I think it's a tougher fight. I think Teofimo Lopez is a better fighter than Catterall by far. So it's a tough fight for me.
I'm looking forward to putting on a show, you know, like I always do. Put him in front of me and I'll beat him.
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. This is boxing. This is Top Rank, presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Arum. Brought to you all weekend long by Boost Mobile, money is power. By AutoZone, get in the zone. By Bud Light, the official beer of celebrations. And by DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the app today. This all goes down tomorrow, Saturday, June 10th, here inside the theater at Madison Square Garden. We begin at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN+, and then we move over to the network, ESPN, at approximately 10 p.m. Eastern. A huge junior middleweight showdown in our co-feature, Ronald Cruz taking on Xander Zayas, and in our main event, the WBO and Ring Magazine junior welterweight titles on the line. Teofimo Lopez, Josh Taylor. We've got a stacked card, so let's get them weighed in. Our first bout is scheduled for 10 rounds in the junior lightweight division. Please welcome from Madrid, Spain, Carlos Ramos, and from Aguadilla, Puerto Rico, Henry Moncho Lebron. First on the scale, please welcome Carlos Ramos. $129.6 for Carlos Ramos, and his opponent from Aguadilla, Puerto Rico, Henry Moncho Lebron. $129.2 for Henry Moncho Lebron. A quick note to all of our corners, the commission is requesting that the opposing corner observe the weight. So again, the opposing corner, please observe the weight. The commission is requesting that. This is our first bout of the evening, 10 rounds in the junior lightweight division. From Madrid, Spain, Carlos Ramos. From Aguadilla, Puerto Rico, Henry Moncho Lebron. 10 rounds in the junior lightweight division. Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout is scheduled for 8 rounds in the featherweight division. Please welcome from Santo Domingo, Ecuador, Luis Poroso, and from Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York, Bruce Shoo Carrington. First on the scale, Luis Poroso. $126.4 for Luis Poroso. His opponent from Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York, Bruce Shoo Carrington. $126.8 for Bruce Shoo Carrington. This bout scheduled for 8 rounds in the featherweight division. From Santo Domingo, Ecuador, Luis Poroso. From Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York, Bruce Shoo Carrington. 8 rounds in the featherweight division. Our next bout scheduled for 8 rounds in the heavyweight division. Please welcome from Sinaloa, Mexico, fighting out of South Jordan, Utah, Helaman, the Dream, Olguin, and his opponent from Woodson, Poland, Damian Polish Husser Kniba. First on the scale, Helaman, the Dream, Olguin. 256.8 for Helaman, the Dream, Olguin, and his opponent, now on the scale, Damian Polish Husser Kniba. $261.4 for the Polish Husser Kniba. This bout scheduled for 8 rounds in the heavyweight division. From Sinaloa, Mexico, Helaman, the Dream, Olguin. From Woodson, Poland, Damian Polish Husser Kniba. 8 rounds in the heavyweight division.
Face off. Face off. Thank you, guys.
Our next bout scheduled for 8 rounds in the junior welterweight division. Please welcome from Vieques, Puerto Rico, Giancarlos La Dinamita Rivera, and from Caguas, Puerto Rico, Omar, the New Era Rosario. First on the scale, Giancarlos La Dinamita Rivera. $138.4 for Giancarlos La Dinamita Rivera. And his opponent from Caguas, Puerto Rico, Omar, the New Era Rosario. $139.2 for Omar, the New Era Rosario. This bout scheduled for 8 rounds in the junior welterweight division. From Vieques, Puerto Rico, Giancarlos La Dinamita Rivera. And from Caguas, Puerto Rico, Omar, the New Era Rosario. 8 rounds in the junior welterweight division.
Thank you, guys.
Our next bout scheduled for 10 rounds in the junior lightweight division. Please welcome from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, Nicholas La Pantera Polanco. And from Bahia, Brazil, Robson O Bravo Conceição. First on the scale, Nicholas La Pantera Polanco. $130 for Nicholas La Pantera Polanco. Next on the scale from Bahia, Brazil, Robson O Bravo Conceição. $130.6 for Robson O Bravo Conceição. This bout scheduled for 10 rounds in the junior lightweight division. From Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, Nicholas La Pantera Polanco. From Bahia, Brazil, Robson O Bravo Conceição. 10 rounds in the junior lightweight division. Gardy, where would we be without you? It's now time to weigh in our co-feature 8 rounds for the NABF and NABO junior middleweight titles. Please welcome from Los Angeles, California, Ronald El Diablo Cruz and his opponent from San Juan, Puerto Rico, Xander Zayas. First on the scale, Ronald El Diablo Cruz. $152.4. $152.4 for Ronald El Diablo Cruz. His opponent from San Juan, Puerto Rico, Xander Zayas. $152.8. 152.8 for Xander Zayas.
Let's go, New York. Let's go, baby. Showtime.
This bout scheduled for 8 rounds for the NABF, NABO junior middleweight titles. From Los Angeles, California, Ronald El Diablo Cruz. From San Juan, Puerto Rico, Xander Zayas.
Let's go, baby! Woo!
ladies and gentlemen, before we get to the main event, we do want to give a special mention to Top Rank COO Brad Jacobs, matchmaker Brad Goodman, and world champion Timothy Bradley Jr., who are being inducted into the Boxing Hall of Fame tomorrow. They are not with us this weekend. They are missed, but everybody at Top Rank wanted to give them a shout out. Brad, and Timothy, congratulations on your induction into the Boxing Hall of Fame. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to weigh in the main event. 12 rounds for the WBO and Lineal Junior Welterweight Championships of the world. Let's bring them to the stage. Please welcome from Brooklyn, New York, the Takeover, Teofimo Lopez, and the reigning and defending WBO and Lineal Junior Welterweight Champion from Prestapans, Edinburgh, Scotland, the Tartan Tornado, Josh Taylor. First on the scale, the Takeover, Teofimo Lopez. $140 for the Takeover, Teofimo Lopez, $140. Let's weigh in the champion from Prestapans, Edinburgh, Scotland, the Tartan Tornado, Josh Taylor. $139.8 for the champion, the Tartan Tornado, Josh Taylor.
For tomorrow night.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our main event. 12 rounds for the WBO and Lineal Ring Magazine Junior Welterweight Championships of the World. From Brooklyn, New York, the Takeover, Teofimo Lopez. From Prestapans, Edinburgh, Scotland, the Tartan Tornado, Josh Taylor. Teofimo Lopez, Josh Taylor, 12 rounds for the WBO Ring Magazine Junior Welterweight Championships of the World. It all goes down tomorrow, Saturday, June 10th, from the theater here inside Madison Square Garden, 6:15 Eastern on ESPN+. Then we move over to the network, ESPN at 10 o'clock Eastern. 12 rounds for the WBO and Ring Magazine Junior Welterweight Championships of the World. The Takeover, Teofimo Lopez, the Tartan Tornado, Josh Taylor. You do not want to miss this championship tilt. It all goes down tomorrow night. As always, this is boxing. This is Top Rank. We'll see you tomorrow.